Over a year ago, we got to see the first trailer of Black Adam, but it was nothing too revealing. Sure, The Rock joined the DC fandom when he took on the role of this anti-hero, or villain, or in some twisted sense, hero. But there wasn't anything we could sink our teeth into. But now, we have something. Don't swipe or click away, because here is Black Adam, new leaked footage. If Black Adam is anything like in the animated series or the comic books, we're in for a freaking treat. And based on what Dwayne Johnson was saying in many of his videos, it's definitely going to be the best superhero movie of the year. Saying that the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is going to change forever is a scary quote. He not only said that he will take on some of the most powerful superheroes like Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, etc., but The Rock presumes that Black Adam will be winning. Even back in 2014, when Dwayne Johnson was asked about his new role, he said, "One of the things I always loved and admired about Black Adam was, number one, he was an anti-hero. I love that. I love that the line is a little blurred. I love that he has his own sense of Black Adam justice." So what is this Black Adam, aka Dwayne, is talking about? Well, for that, we have to go back to the origin story of Black Adam. How did he come to be? Well, for that, we will go back in history about 5,000 years ago, or ancient Egypt. Now, we know that there are different origin stories and different versions of the same story, but the one we're going to stick with is the one where Black Adam is enslaved in Kondak, which is basically a dictatorship or a monarchy that enslaves people, forces them to work for free, and administers torture sessions for those that can't keep up. One of the slaves is this young boy. Unable to take the unbearable working conditions, he asked to be saved by the gods. Heeding his wishes, the gods sent him his uncle. As soon as he entered the mine where his nephew was working, he took a rock and bashed it over the head of one of the torturers. Wasting no time, he turns to the boy and asks him to leave. But the child wants to know what happened to his mother and father. That's when he tells the boy to smash that like button just like you should if you haven't already. But no, in all seriousness, he tells his nephew that his mother and father are dead, and he couldn't do anything to save them. In the comics, he didn't get to finish the sentence before one of the guards plunges a spear through his stomach. This is when the lightning strikes, and that's when we see the old wizard bestow his powers onto the boy. He asked him to hold his staff, says the name Shazam, and the powers would flow through him. Since he stood next to his uncle, they both possessed divine powers. Now, interestingly enough, his uncle realizes that he can use this power he has been given to rid Kondak of Ebok the monarch that has turned this melting pot of civilization and culture into a dictatorship that only benefited those at the top. The young boy tries to convince his uncle not to go through with his plan. After realizing that the boy is the only one standing in his way, the uncle kills his nephew and thus becomes Black Adam. Teth Adam, as he was known before, ruled Kondak with an iron fist and administered his own justice. As soon as the wizard hears of his misconduct, he battles Black Adam and imprisons him for 5,000 years. After 5,000 years, the seal is broken. Black Adam is released and he is ready to take the life of the only person who is preventing him from achieving international peace, Shazam. In the story, you can clearly see that there is a huge resemblance between Black Adam and Thanos. They are both ruthless, they are both without a moral compass, and they think that they are doing humanity a favor by doing what no one else is willing to, when in fact, what they're actually doing is killing innocent people. All this talk about battling and fighting and killing and vengeance, but we never get to see who Black Adam will actually get to fight. So based on what we saw in the teaser, and boy was there a lot of it packed in, we are definitely going to have some members of the Justice Society of America fighting Black Adam. Based on the cast and crew, it's not going to be the entire JSA fighting him, but we are going to have 4 definite members who will take Black Adam head on. The first one is Dr. Fate, and the second one is Hawkman. We also have Cyclone and Atom Smasher. These last two are probably going to be mentored by Hawkman and Dr. Fate in order to fight and potentially defeat Black Adam. The actors taking on these roles include Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, Noah Centineo taking on the role of Atom Smasher, and Quintessa Swindell playing Cyclone. We feel like we should mention that the mercenaries, the people who uncovered and freed Black Adam, will be seeing him as a threat to the global population. but the Justice Society of America will see him as a troubled man who will need some help getting back into society and learn to use his powers for good. Now, based on what we saw in the teaser, this is not something that we would say is impossible, and that's partly because, in the comic books, Black Adam is portrayed as this hero-anti-hero villain. So it could go either way. We could see him being the bad guy that then has a change of heart and turns into a good guy. And when you really think about it, this would allow DC to keep making more movies of Black Adam, assuming the movie is a smash hit. Because if Black Adam turns into a good guy now, we can't turn this into a franchise and keep him for several movies. They will probably include him going from a good guy to a bad guy in an instant, especially if they pin him and Shazam against one another in the next movie. For now, it's very likely that the Justice Society of America will get a new member added to their team. If you saw the whole trailer, then you know there was a little change of schedule. The initial release date, which was set to be in 2021, was changed to July 29, 2022. So this means we're going to be having Black Adam in the middle of 2022. From the previous DC Fandom Online event, we know that Dwayne Johnson and Noah Centineo were training super hard for their roles. They were getting ready and were trying to get ripped. In one interview, Noah said that he was eating about 6,500 calories, and you can clearly see that none of it has gone to fat. It's all turned to shredded muscle. Based on what Pierce Brosnan said, this is going to be one really big set. Even the sets of James Bond couldn't rival this one. It's going to have a lot of fight scenes, it's going to have some major set pieces, and it's going to have Black Adam in all of his might and brutality. The DC Fandom teaser also gave us a little sneak peek at the costumes of the superheroes, which looks super cool at first glance. Then we also heard that Atom Smasher will be going against Black Adam, but we don't think he will be able to take The Rock, aka the Black Adam, down. The one thing we would really love for them to do is to pin Black Adam against Superman. Now, we know that this is a far stretch of the imagination at this point, but how cool will it be to actually see them going one-on-one? On a related note, what do you think will happen in the end of Black Adam? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.